Shout out Near Falls with D Hall's podcast.
Welcome to Near Falls with D Hall. He's talking on bars and how they win it all. Yeah, it's just Near Falls with D Hall. The final takedown, the glory or the fall. So loosen up, step on in, wrestle with the need to win. We're talking Near Falls with D Hall. Ready or not, he's here to brawl.
All right, joining me now on the call, we have head coach of South Park Area High School, Mr. Brian Guzek. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Always appreciate the invite and excited to talk to you, but also excited for the season to start here.
Yeah, man, as always, it's getting to that time of year, starting to get a little cold outside, and it happens quickly, like we were just talking about before we hit the record button here. But
that's right,
man, just talk to me. You had a great year last year. Your boys are just now getting into high school. They got their feet wet this year, along with you had some great upper weights that have moved on and graduated. So just talk to me about your off-season program and kind of wrapping up last year.
Yeah, I mean, last year we set a lot of records at South Park. We won more duels, I think, in the first dual tournament last year than we did since 2021. So as a program, super proud of the kids from last year. We had great senior leadership with Wyatt Markovich, Parker Cunningham, and they set the tone. And we won the Carrick duels last year, upset Central Catholic right out the rip, and then continued on. Miss section champs, Southmoreland. They had a tough team. They gave us a really good go, and fell a little bit short of that goal. But took 5 kids to regionals last year, most we've ever had at South Park. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to. We have 3 returning regional qualifiers from last year, and we actually have 4 that have been to regionals. Travis Kirk, who's a senior this year, qualified as a freshman. So we're ready. I mean, we're excited for the season. Off season, we lifted. This is the second year we've done a 12-week lifting program, trying to get stronger. We had a lot of kids that went to club, which was great. I'd say probably of our, potential starters, probably 7 or 8 wrestled at some point in time during the summer. So it's
No, do you guys bounce around, or they go to one main club, or kind of everyone does their own thing?
Yeah, we have probably 2 concerted groups. One group goes to OMP up in Swickley, and then we have another solid group that goes with Coker at Schwa.
Yep.
Yeah, we probably divide between the 2 of them. Some drop in. My gosh, in this world, everybody has a Snapchat, which all the wrestlers, they snap each other. Hey, I'm going here, I'm going there. Let's get some comp. So every once in a while we'll get kids dropping in places, but for the most part, they kind of stick to those 2.
Love that. All right, Coach, talk to me about this team, man. Talk to me about the schedule. What's it look like for you guys? Is it more the same? You changing it up a little bit? What's it look like?
Yeah, we've changed it up a little bit, some by design, some by tournaments have kind of dwindled down in some areas, and in other areas started back up again. So last year we did the kickoff classic at Valley. Banco ran a really good tournament. Just it was right after literally the day after Thanksgiving. So it was a great start to the season, but you can imagine some of the wrestlers and the parents and me, and we coached them that, it's a great experience, but I think Banco got a lot from it, maybe some of the other schools. So again, he does a great job. It's a great tournament. They decided not to pursue it this year. So we picked up a tournament at Mount Aloysius, the 19th and 20th, try to get some of that different regional exposure.
Panther Holiday Classic or whatever, right? I've heard really good things about that tournament.
Yeah. So we're excited. Again, getting the kids different looks. We start every year at Carrick Duels. We've been doing it, my gosh, probably for a decade now. It's tradition for us, and some good exposure for some of the newer wrestlers coming up. We're going to have some freshmen step up and start. We're just not that big of a program yet. So we're excited. But yeah, that's probably one of the bigger changes. And then a return to the Penn Hills Wrestling Tournament, what used to be the West Mifflin Tournament. And that's a good pickup for us as well too. And then we're going to do Tricata this year. We joined, our athletic director joined Tricata's board, and that's something we're going to do this year on top of the Allegheny County tournament. So we're maxing out our points just like everybody else the best that we can.
Absolutely. Well, might as well. Coach, talk to me about some alumni. I know you had some guys that, were leaders for you last year. You touched on a little bit there. Do you have any guys doing big things on the college scene?
Yeah, I mean, I can't talk about college wrestling without Joey
Right.
Fisher. Joey's just he's at 33 this year, working his tail off, looking great. I know maybe he didn't. That's not the result he wanted at the Clarion Up, but we were all cheering for him, watching him every time the match came on. We were all glued around Flo. So he's doing awesome. He's a great wrestler, great guy, top to bottom. Parker Cunningham, who graduated last year. Man, he was such a tough top heavyweight. He upset a lot of kids. Being a 3-year wrestler, he's just so strong. Probably the first weight I've ever had that actually had to really watch what he ate. Had the same taper as some of my light guys, and he's playing at James Madison right now. So he's on D1 scholarship, playing football, doing well. So yeah, and we had some guys go into the trades, which is great. Staying local in the community and just doing great. So.
Love that. All about the trades, man. That's good stuff. Okay, talk to me about some leaders in your room this year. Obviously, you graduated a couple last year. Who do you expect to step up and be some of the guys that you're leaning on this year?
Yeah, we have one senior that's or two seniors that are returning. Sebastian Scanlon, Travis Kirk. They've been in the room for a while. They're kind of glue-like guys that just have been part of the program. Jake Guzik and Luke Guzik, they regional qualifiers last year. They were freshmen, sophomores. You're starting to get in that upperclassman. You got to set the tone. Even in some of the open mats, they're pushing people to step up and practice. And then Josh Kuzma, he's another one that started in the sport a little bit late, but he's been wrestling all year, going to tournaments, and super excited how he develops as a wrestler. And then Cam Barkey. He moved from outside the district last year, got hurt going into sections last year. So I'm excited to see him healthy and make a big splash this year.
How about some guys that the WPIAL wrestling fans may not know their name now, but come March, we're going to know their name?
We have a freshman, Josh Duncan. He's good. He loves.
What weight is Josh?
He'll be anywhere from. Freshmen are so hard. They're still growing. He could be anywhere from 45 to 60, to be honest with you. He's in that in between, really strong kid. Yeah. In the middle weights, traveled and wrestled this past off season and just loves the sport, loves everything about it. One of those kids that he'll go to every club you can offer to him. And we're just excited to have him with us up at the mat. As you know, coming in as a freshman, being in that middle upper weight sometimes is a challenge, but I think he's up to it for sure.
Love that. Coach, talk to me about your coaching staff. Who's helping you out this year?
Yeah, so same crew. Truly blessed. I've had the same guys for, probably going into youth and now here. So Mike Cowan, Dan Kirk, Josh Ijems. We have volunteers, Jacob Duncan. Barkey's a volunteer with us, as Dave Barkey as well. And then we have Caitlin Cowan, who we actually started a girls program last year. Nice. I want to mention too, Anna Duncan placed 5th in the state last year. So Josh's older sister, she is just, you talk about a model person and a model wrestler and someone that just grinds. She's one of them as well too. So Jacob is a volunteer and helps with the girls along with Caitlin Cowan. So we got a full room and support from our board, and we're gonna have 7 girls this year, so it's growing, which is pretty awesome.
Coach, you just touched on your board a little bit there. That was going to be the next thing I got into. Talk to me about some people that are behind the scenes that you want to shed some light on.
Yeah, I can't thank our board enough, and to support our athletic director, Pat Culligan. Helping us get the mat space we need. We've actually moved to the auxiliary gym as well, because our mat room was an old classroom. Another person, Jake Wenzel is an alum. He comes and helps out and pops in.
Jakey Dub, yes.
Yeah, he's another one that's just a South Park guy, and just his knowledge is unbelievable. Obviously a national qualifier, but pops in the room. Anytime we reach out, he tries to find the time to come and help us out and support us. And the community that we've woven in, not just a wrestling community, but South Park, it's awesome, and we're excited. We're excited for the year, and wrestling's a tough sport, as you know, so it's it can be a grind, and so we try to support each other as best we can.
Coach, talk to me about a glue guy that you may have on your squad, someone that, puts a smile on your face, might not be your best wrestler per se, but a guy that all the kids love.
Yeah, Travis Kirk, definitely the glue guy. He's our senior this year. Last 2 years he didn't have the results that he wanted, but always showed up, always helping guys out. Definitely one that we're going to miss next year. Him graduating, and I can't help but talk about my two. It's hard to have your dad as a coach. I'm one that creates a higher expectation. If you're my kids, and they're up early running in the morning and they're practicing in the evening and putting in the work. So
Yeah, man, got to give your kids some love. I love that. That's good stuff. Okay, talk to me about some social medias. How can we follow the squad this year?
Yeah, we have Instagram. It's just out South Park Wrestling. We have Facebook. Mike Cowan and Caitlin Cowan, they do my social media. I'm not a social media guy. I'll be the first to admit. I know it's where the world's going.
It's okay. Most wrestling coaches aren't social media guys.
Hey, what though? Every time I turn it on, I see Bo Bassett and some other, Bo Bassett, Jax Forrest, the Bishop McCourt crew, probably making some decent dough and endorsements with Rudis.
True facts. True facts.
Yeah.
Coach, talk to me about your goals and expectations you have for this squad. Obviously, you're moving in the right direction. You had a fantastic year last year. What are you thinking this year?
Yeah, we always start with the progression. So we say, look, our first goal is to win a section match. Second goal is to win the section. Third goal is to make the WPIAL finals and then qualify for states as a team. Tall order, but that's the goals that we have to set, and we kind of go through. And then we have the individual goals, making each of our wrestlers the best version of themselves, and helping them through what their goals are. Some are to win a county championships. Others are to make it to states. Others are to place and get on the podium at states. And, we have some that have aspirations to win states within their career. So we try to really tailor, that view. And then when it comes to individuals, each wrestler is a little bit different. So.
Love that. Coach, anything or anyone you want to shout out before I leave you go?
Just my wife. I mean, typically, I'm pretty much absent from 2 days from now till first week of March, and I got amazing support at home, and we wouldn't be able to do what we do without a spouse or a partner that steps up and supports me and coaching.
Absolutely, Coach. It does take a special type of person to understand the sport of wrestling, and wrestling wives are definitely special, no doubt about it. Coach, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you out there.
Thank you so much for what you do and bringing light to the sport. That's awesome. Thank you.
All right, Coach.